Hi guys, thanks for stopping off on the UK video hop for National Scrapbooking Day 2016, hosted by Nancy aka Kitty Scrapper. I've got a fantastic album flip through for you to see. It's of my Thailand and Lao album. So this is a 9x12 album, and part of the reason that I started doing process videos because I couldn't find any when I was trying to start doing this size. So here we go. You can see I'm just pointing out that I've started to use some My Mind's Eye, Market Street and a mix of thickers to try and coordinate with the whole album. So this album's a mix of 9x12 pocket pages and also the odd smaller pocket page, and I think there's one 8.5x11 because I couldn't get hold of any more 9x12s. So as you can see, this is Bangkok and Wat Po and the Grand Palace, followed by a long overnight train journey and a show which was basically men dressed as women, which was really good. So I've been scrapbooking for about 10 years now, but only really started doing it properly in the last 5 years when I did it for my skill for my Queen's Guide Award, which is part of Girl Guiding UK. So you do that as a ranger or a young leader or a senior section member. So as you can see, lots of different pocket pages mixed in with some 9x12s here. I tried to coordinate them together where I got more than one photo I wanted to scrapbook. So this was a bit of a weird temple, this modern white temple. It had got some odd pictures inside, things that, like of the Matrix and stuff. And then I'd got this little pocket page just with a few little stories that I wanted to tell. Oh, and the temple had the poshest toilet ever, which was amazing. So now we start to move on to Laos, which we spent more time in. So that photo was taken on the left in Chiang Kong, looking over the Mekong. There were some amazing sunsets because we travelled for 2 days on the Mekong River by boat. And this is Pak Beng, which is what the village where we stayed in the middle of the 2 days. And I'm pointing out now there's a frog in a plastic bag, and it's a live frog, and there's like a tube with tape around it so that it can breathe. So here's the boats that we travelled on, using some more of that Market Street My Mind's Eye paper. There are a few layouts in here which you'll see next. These on the left, these ones that I'm pointing out, they were a white space class that I did at the Like Forever retreat. So it's kind of Nicola, the owner's style. So she did a class where you did 5 layouts, and all my 5 layouts are in this album. So this is Paku Caves, which has got loads of Buddhas in, and I finally found a use for this Cocoa Vanilla Studio pineapples. Lots of food layouts. I do like my food. Didn't really eat the street food, but it was good to look at it. So part of what Nancy wanted us to tell you is 5 things that we like about Britain or the UK. So for me, because I'm from Yorkshire, it's got to be Yorkshire pudding. That's got to be my number 1. It's just amazing. And then we have in Sheffield something called Henderson's relish, which is a bit like a Worcester sauce, a bit like Liam Perrin's but better. And that's made in Sheffield. I love a really good cup of tea, and tea fixes anything. For me, Girl Guiding UK is a really big part of my life. I've been involved in it since I was 7, so it's a charity organisation run for girls. It's what Rainbows, Brownies and Guides all belong to. So yeah, so I'm just flicking through. Oh, there's a bit of shine on that one, hopefully you can see it. So the waterfalls on the left were just amazing, and you'll see some of them in you'll have seen some of them in Chamel's layouts that she did of her backpacking, and anybody doing the scrapbook process class, you'll have seen her travel albums, and she went to these 2 places. So on the right is another one of Nicola's white space classes, and it just worked perfectly for the photos of the cloud in the valley as we were travelling. I do apologise if you can hear purring, but I've got a cat sat next to me that won't move. So when we're in Vang Vieng, which is in Laos, my other half went on a bike ride. I don't do bike rides. So he went off and I went on a walk about the town. So I took photos of the people. So there's a seamstress and a hairdressers and a woman selling things on the street. So, and again, I've used that My Mind's Eye Market Street. So this layout on the left was part of our pillow present from Julie at the Light Forever kit retreat. She gave us all the bits that we needed to add to make that layout. And then on the right is an amazing cafe. Now this was a really interesting place that we went to in Vientiane. It's called Cope, and it was a rehab centre for basically people that have been affected by unexploded ordnance left in Laos by the Vietnam War. Apparently the Americans had a base there and they dropped a lot of cluster bombs which are unexploded, like millions of tons, which you don't know about. So I've added a few bits of painted Webster's Pages, painted passport, and some simple stories, life in colour, and You Are Here, I think, into it as well. This was the most amazing steakhouse I've ever been to. And then we did another overnight train journey back from Nong Khai, which is in Thailand, all the way back to Bangkok. And those cards are cut downs from some Stampin' Up Project Life. And this epic journey layout is actually a process video. So there's a couple of layouts in here that are original process videos that you'll have seen, and I did have 3 more but accidentally deleted them, so I'm a bit of a numpty there. So thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and you'll have enjoyed the blog, no, not the blog hop, the YouTube hop even, and I hope to see you soon. I'll be back with some more videos later.